Hello, good people of YouTube. This is Andrew, and I'm back for another game analysis. Now, this game is, I'm just going to cover an opening that I've seen played. I've played it. I'm sure every internet chess player's played it. And I thought, I was looking through the database. I thought this was Alexander Onishuk, which is a grandmaster. But I just noticed this is Alexander Onishko. So it must be an amateur, but let's see. It's the Anderson opening as white, and I'm going to flip around because normally you'll get this as black unless you're playing it yourself, but you'll see the opponent just starts moving pawns up one at a time. And I'm not sure why players do this, maybe just to piss their opponent off or just to have fun, but there's so many options as the opponent of what to play. I just wanted to cover what the opponent did here, and again, you could pretty much do whatever with e5, d5, and just standard development, and we'll see what happens here. So that's what the opponent does here. Well, I guess as black, we do that here. So he does develop his bishop, knight forward. Actually, maybe I'd bring the knight here first and then just castle kingside. Although I can understand why he does that, brings the knight up, maybe wants to castle queenside, but normally if the opponent's moved his pawns, then you should just start attacking right away and not play it too slow. Alright, so yeah, again, moves the bishop, and the reason I say the kingside is because when you only have the knight and the bishop to move, then you can castle quicker. And if the opponent is slow playing it or playing weak by just moving pawns like that, especially cutting his own bishop off, completely reducing its activity, as well as this knight now has no squares, you really want to castle as quickly as possible to get that rook into play. Alright, so bishop to f5, develop. Obviously he's just following his logical plan. And black has played really well up to here. Bishop back. Again, when I was looking at this, I thought it was Alexander Onishuk, so you could see why I thought it was just ridiculous. So in the Anderson opening, when you see an opponent just move all their pawns to the third square, you pretty much just want to follow a standard development. Queen up. Alright. And so I really like this plan. Obviously, this pawn move here was kind of a waste. He could have just castled kingside, brought the rook in, and then pushed right away. But this is a perfect pawn break. At the time, you want to break it open and try to weaken that king. So he could take here already. Obviously, this is a game between amateurs, I'm realizing at this point. Pawn takes, and then just bishop takes. A really weird miniature, game over. But you could see that he moved all these pawns to the third square and had zero development, and actually by the time he moved the rook, which was the only square to move, I guess he could have moved the knight and then slow played the rook. But if you create all these weaknesses, you really want to just do a center pawn break after developing. Very, very simple, and just how you should play against the Anderson's opening. Alright, so I did use a different mic today, so let me know how the sound is on this video. It's pretty cold, so I have my game hat on with my tennis hat, and the mic is coming from this thing here, but if the sound isn't good enough, I'll switch back to my trusty condenser mic. Alright, so trying to get more videos out. If there's any requested content, any games, I know that Fabiano Caruana recently won the candidates, so he'll be playing for the World Championship. I'm sure there's tons of YouTube videos already on the candidates, but hopefully I can cover at the time it happens the World Championship or even any matches like the Granky Chess Classic I know as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye.